leads
to
me
think
to the
that Wack
point
is a
that I wanted to
manipulator.
make.
Hey,
Hold
Okay,
on,
watch this.
hold on.
Hey, watch this. Some people would say that you manipulated Chicago into continuing a war because you kept reporting what this dude did and that dude
Facts.
did and this did. So was you
good point.
manipulating them sitting in fucking New York?
Well, first of all, I would say if they point the source of that quote unquote war continuing to be my videos, that would be a point that could be argued. Like, listen, y'all call it fair. I don't know, like, if y'all think y'all gonna flip it on me and be like, oh my god, no. Like, if
But you
you're
can't lie,
if
Act.
you
Them
could prove
niggas.
if you could prove that the war only continued because of my videos, and my videos basically was purporting that there was an ongoing war, and they're only continuing the war because they're seeing my videos, that would be manipulation if that's what you could prove.
But
Yes.
act, bro, act. I was in Chicago, bro. This Newski. I was in Chicago, bro, on the whole other side of town. I ain't know what was going on over there until you posted the video.
Yeah,
It was a lot of
yeah,
times
but
where
that's
shit
but
like
that's
that
Hey,
very
took
different
place,
Newski.
than
act.
what Wax said.
Hey, Newski. Did
Wack is
anybody?
saying that
Was niggas
Wack
making
is saying that
songs
the
to get on
video
Act?
continued the violence. He didn't say
What I'm
you're
saying
talking
is
about
you
it. It lets
instigated
you
it
know
to a
about it.
point to where it was well known all over the city, bro. What people it was a lot of people wasn't paying attention to that shit that caught wind of it. And now you got people like, man, he got the city looking at me like I'm a bitch. I'm finna have to turn up on motherfuckers to make sense of something. You know what I'm saying? So I could see what he said. You manipulated that war, bro. Just a little bit. You put your input into that.
You give people name grave diggers?
And
You
whole
suck at
time,
white
he
Bro,
noise.
didn't know you wasn't
you
you
gave
wasn't
Lil
even from the
Reese a
city,
whole
bro.
name, bro. You manipulated the world into calling that
You,
man the
you,
Grim
you,
Reaper,
you
bro.
you know how funny this is? If that's the only you know what I've learned, and I love when people bring this up. Like, I haven't done that shit like in it's been about, let me see now. It's been about like 7 years. If that's the only manipulation
Bro,
y'all think I've done,
but the
I would say
But
go
damage
there's
ahead.
is
no
already done
statute
and
of
the niggas is
limitations
dead,
on it,
bro. So what are you talking about?
What I'm trying to say is that if that's the only, like, I realize that's the when they can't get at you about anything, they try to find that one thing which supposedly is a smoking gun. I've said my piece about what that was many different times. I've also denied that I believed I'm responsible for anybody dying in Chicago. I blame the people who actually pulled the trigger. And if anybody disagrees, that's where we're gonna have a difference of opinion with that.
I'm with
You know,
you on that.
I think they're
and
just disagreeing about the use of the word manipulation, though.
Yeah,
well, no,
I was just wanting to respectfully
You was
chime in on that, but
manipulating
go
the
ahead.
streets of Chicago from New York by using your platform.
and I would
And
disagree on that too. The reason why I would disagree is that it would be manipulation if the only reason why those things were going on was because of my video. But you just by the very definition, you said just right now, Wax, you said, yo, I don't believe you're responsible for any of that. So how could I manipulate
no, the
people
mother
if
got to
I'm not
pull the
responsible?
trigger,
If I
but
was responsible, and you then wanted to make a point, listen, I'm just going off textbook. You see, this is just like this is
you
like
don't think you
this is
played no
debating
part in
101.
that?
This is
Hey,
debating
Act, I
101.
made
It's
a
like,
diss song just because
well,
I
yo,
knew you was gonna
I
post it,
think
and
Akademiks is
I was
smarter
gonna
than all
see
of
it.
us.
Hey, y'all gotta let him talk, yo.
no. Somebody said I think I'm smarter than y'all. No, I'm going off the exact words y'all are saying. Somebody said, well, like I told y'all what my definition of manipulate was. Now I agreed with Phoenix. Phoenix said there is a negative connotation. I agree with that. But I gave a definition of what it would mean for me. So Wack tried to, and by the way, that's why I love Wack. Wack said, what about Chicago? So I gave a definition or I gave a scenario of how it would definitely be manipulation if my videos were the cause of these said war continuing and people believing that it was going on because they're watching me report. And 100% at that point, I would say, because as I said, I'm calling a spade, no matter if it's me or somebody else. I would say, yes, that's manipulation. But Wack himself just said a few minutes ago, he said, I don't believe your videos is why people died, which means just by the
No,
very,
not at
I'm
all.
just going over words, people. Like
Chicago
it's not,
been
it's not
turned
that I
up,
don't think
man.
I'm smarter than no one in
I
here.
don't believe that.
Okay, but if we
I
going off of words, when you say the word "but," that negates everything that you just said prior, bro.
Chicago
no no
been
no no.
turned up,
I
man.
want to ask you a
Hmm?
question. Would you not say you
Man,
So,
niggas been killing niggas in Chicago way before he was
would
in
you
Man,
there.
not
10
say
years later.
Ak?
Hey,
Hold on. Because he's answering the questions and you guys are hitting him with the same shit. I'm gonna reset the room real quick and then I have some audio. Hey, check this out. Hey, welcome to the 100 ENT show on the Clubhouse app. If you're new to the room, welcome. This is the 100 ENT show. Hey, if you're on stage and the artist would like to come up or you want to stay on stage, don't act bougie. Show the room some love and go up top. Hit the greenhouse. Join the club. Follow the moderators on
On
stage.
stage.
Hey, man, you already know what's going on, man. We got Wack100 in the building. We got DJ Akademiks in the building. We got Joe Pump It Up Buttons in the building. And you already know we got the 100 ENT show audience in the building. Sleepless in LA in the building. And we got some audio. Josh, go in and spin it.
Fuck and nigga shut the fuck up, man. I taught him how to fucking rap, damn near, and the fuck you mean? Goofy? Are you stupid?
The Buster, he's a weirdo. Niggas will whoop his ass in real life. He behind the camera, and you gotta just let clowns be clowns, man. Like I was on Everyday Struggle, and I walked out just because, you know, I'm not a clown. I don't come from that world of like you make jokes about. We used to fuck niggas up. Excuse me, are we live?
No, we good. We can bleep this.
We used to fuck niggas up for trying to film fights.
Right.
In the hood.
Yeah.
Nigga, you fight. What you doing with the camera? We gonna make you fight, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck wrong with you, boy?
Yeah.
We ain't covering no drama. That's called instigating.
Right.
And what's up with you while you at it, nigga?
Right.
So, you know, niggas like him get weeded out quick. He got a little internet runny going on, but, you know, we just gotta let himself destruct because he's on the path.
The things that they're putting in their music is, we're gonna run off on the plug. We're gonna take this, we're gonna take that. But you laughing because it's funny, because you on the show. But you ain't saying that shit when your little homie getting his head knocked off, nigga.
You're right, because that is one of the things.
Absolutely, I know I'm right. You ain't never been there. Like, you don't know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it's cool. But if you gotta go bury a nigga, and you gotta pay for a nigga funeral because he listening to this shit, and he thinking it's cool, you know what I'm saying? He running out here because that's the code, that's the rules. Wherever you're gonna get the street rules from, the code, but our culture leaders.
Ballsy things to say that you said. Those are ballsy things to say, not coming from a ballsy person. Pause. But those are brave things to say, and I don't take you for a brave man. I really think that that's cowardice. I think that entire perspective that I'm gonna make a life off of joking about these young black men killing each other, that's coward shit, man. And you wouldn't say it to nobody to make a video series, you're not even from Chicago, called The War in Chiraq, where you go into the smallest details of like murders. What is that? Like, that's, you know what, that's just like, that's parasitic. That's what they do to our culture from the outside. And that's exactly what you do to our culture from the outside. You're like basically one of those little kids that makes like fan fiction on the internet, and they just like create these worlds about people they don't even know. It's just kind of sick when it's real people dying young. I'm at those funerals. I just left one of those funerals on Friday. You feel me? From a 22-year-old shot 5 times on 61st Street. And that's something that you would take. I'm happy he wasn't a rapper, so you wouldn't clown him. Cause Trey, Nigel was my fucking brother. That's my brother I grew up with since age 5. And to see you clown him, and I know you wouldn't clown him if you ever saw us outside of a safe, controlled environment, man, that's some whole shit.
So Akademiks, I don't agree that you're causing anybody to
be delicate about it, bro.
But you have a lot of people who have felt that you have manipulated, that word that you chose to use, manipulated a number of things as well. How do you feel in regards to that?
That was a very interesting piece of audio. I think it's aged rather well. I'll say this though, you know, I'll address each one of those situations. First and foremost, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. You know, his comments, which, you know, when people are trying to create whatever narrative about you, this is why words are very important. People are gonna pick whatever they want to pick. Nobody cares about the fact that I've said, Karen Sibler said, me and Nipsey, we got on the phone, we chopped it up. It was definitely a, you know, misunderstanding. Also, when he spoke about, you know, and this has happened multiple times with me. When he spoke about walking out of everyday struggle, it had nothing to do with me, but he took it. He took it like it was because of me. I'll give you some more information on it. So at the time, Tekashi 6ix9ine was one of the hottest artists on the planet. He was going viral every day. We do a show 4 days a week. We have to speak on the trending topics that we have to debate it. We were a
Hard.
current event debate show. Um, and people should know this on big production sets. Like, Akademiks isn't there writing the topics on camera, working the cameras, editing the videos. I do it for my YouTube videos, but I don't do it when I'm working at Complex. I show up, I get prepped by a producer, an associate producer. They tell me what we're going to talk about. I talk about it with the person who I'm going to speak with or debate with. At the time, it was Wayno, and we speak with the moderator. It happens at First Take. It happens at every place you could see where there's debate. It definitely happens, I know, with Skip and Shannon, right? Our associate producer goes to the green room because Nipsey showed up willingly to the building. He was booked to be on the show. He wanted to talk about his album. Now we ran into this issue with multiple people where people didn't obey or care that much about the format of the show. The show was not an interview show. It's not the Breakfast Club. It wasn't meant to just only talk about your album or what you wanted to do. It was supposed to be, we will talk about some of the stuff you have coming up, but you should join. Just like you don't show up to First Take and say, fuck the playoffs. Let's talk about this. No, even
Yeah.
if you're gonna get a chance to plug whatever you want to plug, you're gonna discuss the playoffs. That's just how it is. You're just another opinion that gets to debate, or to keep it real, you could also not say anything. No one is forcing anyone to say anything. So anyway, our
True.
producer brings a list of questions to Nipsey. Nipsey sees it, and Nipsey I had no idea. By the way, I had no idea him and 6ix9ine. Well, I mean, I guess we could probably deduce that or assume that, but like I didn't know. He felt whatever about 6ix9ine. I don't think he ever spoke on record about him at that time. And he told our producer, "Yo, I don't want to talk about 6ix9ine." The producer came back to us, and be like, "Hey, I forgot what the topic was. It was a really big story at the time. 6ix9ine did some wild shit the day before. It was like, hey,
Mhm.
our lead story he doesn't want to talk about." And I was like, all right, we could scrap it. Now there was other stories. I believe the second one was like a story about Birdman and Wayne. They brought the remaining topics to him. He then said, I don't want to talk about, matter of fact, nothing but me. So now that puts us in a bind. We have somebody who, Complex is reaching out to people's PR team. They're not just hitting up, like, for my podcast, I hit up people directly. So like if I was doing some weird shit on my podcast and people didn't know, well, I'm not briefing them on shit, right? But like this is Complex. This is their booking team. They're basically sending examples of the show. They're telling you exactly what. There's no surprises. So now we have somebody who's there who doesn't want to do topics. So we then do any current event topics about artists. We're then trying to appease them. We're trying to cook up topics, basically, which we call evergreen, just about just the music industry in general. Like we could just shoot the shit. We got to shoot an episode, right? He then says, "Hey, listen," and this is the message he sends to producer because I never saw him or talked to him. He said, "Listen, with all due respect, to Akademiks and whatever he has going on, I don't want to be involved in discussing these topics. I am leaving," and he left. And honestly, I don't think it was kind of weird that he mentioned me because I don't make topics. But okay, then I hear him on the radio show, basically saying I walked out of his show because I forgot what his exact words is, and because he's passed away, I feel like it's tasteless to continue, and there's no need to defend any side of it, but just to give context on it, it was definitely, I believe, on his side he thought, Akademiks is trying to lure me into speaking about an artist I don't want to, and then even when I said no to that, he wants me to speak about other artists, and he just wasn't with it. He blamed the whole thing on me. But if you guys were familiar with Complex at the time, especially after Joe left, people used to be mad at Complex and just say it's act. They would see a list that they didn't like. They would be like, Akademiks did that. They would see something they didn't like and they would blame me. So I'm used to that, and I guess it was something I signed up for. But me and him did talk, and one of the great things that did come from that is um, us kind of acknowledging and realizing both the power in our own voices, and really us, we were trying to have the conversation to keep building to make sure that our voices was being used appropriately, even if we're in entertainment and being in an entertainment space. So rest in peace, Nipsey. I forgot there
Well,
was.
Vic Mensa's views was shared by many. He vocally told you, but a lot of entertainers had that same cantation in regards to dealing with you, and had an idea of what you considered good content. What others may considered entertaining, others may have seemed that you were manipulating and promoting some negative bullshit. But while
So,
while
no,
saying
Rick,
I was a
I think
hey,
y'all
civilian,
trying
Rick,
to
hey,
twist that
Rick,
word
I'm going to say this,
manipulation.
right? And I
yeah,
stand on it.
I
The
think y'all trying to
motherfucking
twist.
industry in the last 5 years would definitely be a different place today without DJ Academics, right?
for sure.
It's a fact.
Now, what I don't like is this. When the motherfucking news come on and they report it, we say, look what you seen on the news. But when Academic report it, because motherfuckers hate on him because he put DJ in front of his name and they say he ain't a DJ, right? They want to crucify him for it. But here go the problem. All you motherfuckers got to do is stop paying attention to him and looking at him, because obviously you must like what he's doing, because shit, his numbers didn't do nothing but continue to go up. So are motherfuckers complaining that about what he's doing, or are they complaining because they hating on him? See, that's
Well, what's the
where it's
difference
fucked
between
up
him and
at.
Don Lemon? What's the
Wait,
difference
wait,
between
wait,
him and
wait, hold
Don
on.
Lemon at CNN?
So here's the thing, right? And I always said to people, right, is like, um, I've explained that particular time. I've
Okay.
explained making that particular content. I've explained that I would have done it much more tasteful, better. I wish I was as skilled as I am today.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when people bring it up, it's not necessarily they're bringing it up in any way trying to like, hey, listen, let's you know let let's look forward in trying to, as you have grown, let's see if you could also help people there grow. Which I've always said, hey, listen, I'm down for that, right? It's usually try to use to like diminish, knock down, or trying to just invalidate the contribution I've had to hip hop. You get me? When somebody brings that
Yeah.
up these days, is usually them saying, I can't explain how you got to the position you got to, so let me use this one thing about you, which again, like unfortunately, this is a harsh reality that people don't understand. I was gonna get to the position I'm at some way or another. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't. I wish I did that content differently. But when people use this now, it's not because they have so much empathy for the people in Chicago or what was going on. Which, by the way, not to this might be a curveball in terms of just explaining myself, but you know the violence only got worse since I stopped. So like it's not like they're trying to correlate some shit to it to say, oh, yo, when you were doing this, violence was increased, and when you stopped, it slowed down. That's actually the opposite. They're just using that to try to validate the platform that I built. And there was a time where I thought those conversations could be fruitful if I extended an ear, which I still do. I extend the ear to listen to people, to be like, hey, listen, okay, not only do I agree I could have done it better, I agree that because I feel like we all have an impact on everything. I mean, shit, Wack has an impact on music and culture and fans by just speaking on Clubhouse. I have an impact on artists that's gonna come up tomorrow. When I first met 6 9
Yeah.
he said he used to listen to me daily while he was at a deli. He was working at deli, so there's an impact everywhere. So I've always been interested in the conversation of, okay, let's really figure out, as I've grown, to figure out to use the resources that I have now to try to improve and also better the situation or help other people grow. But unfortunately, when I see that being mentioned these days, it's usually there's some nefarious reason, which is, hey, we're trying to show, and I had to come to the point where, like, granted, we could always talk about it. I'm not gonna be like, nah, fuck that, don't talk about it. But you
Yeah.
can't validate my platform because you feel whatever about something I haven't done in like 7 years. And then again, you realize some people you can't please, because even if you admit, yeah, I could have done that way better. And honestly, I could have been way more fruitful in not only making better content,
Facts.
but also that content could have probably helped more people, right? People don't want to hear that. People sometimes, because they already have their thoughts in their head, they want you to just jump on the sword. You know what I mean? And it's at this point, I look at people bringing it up as I don't want to say they're just trying to belittle the platform. So what I mean, I can't do anything. You know what I mean? We can't.
Hey, K, what you think about like the bloggers that took that format, like the war in Chiraq, and they use it today? You know what I'm saying? That's probably keeping up the different wars.
I mean, not only that, I feel as if back then, me personally, I don't want to speak for the entire city. We ain't take a liking into you act because I got a cousin, man, that used to do this shit, and he was popping up on everybody hood. I know you done heard of him, Zach TV. That's how he was getting down. You came, for one, you wasn't from the city. Everybody knew that, bro. But you came sitting in front of a TV screen, live at that time. Wasn't nobody, man, this nigga behind the computer. What the fuck is he talking? Nowadays, it's different. Back then, that was part of the reason why a motherfucker didn't really accept you not coming in the field getting this report. You finding out about it and you putting it through the computer screen. So, I mean, that's part of the reason why I didn't take a liking to you back then. I'm a little older now, but
Well, here go the thing though, nephew.
R.I.P. Zach.
Cause I seen this shit, and I don't like people do this shit. All right, if I ain't in the field, how he find out about it? You know how he find out about it? From them weird ass niggas in the field sending it to him. But y'all don't want to address them though. I seen
I
it.
heard a lot about that too.
I
I
seen it.
heard
I
Reese,
seen
all
Act.
of them was
I
hitting him
seen
with that
Act
all
get
the
some
time.
shit right, and then tell a motherfucker, "Hey, yo, bro, you don't want this shit up. This shit gonna incriminate you. Fuck that shit. It's up. It's up. Put it up. Put it up. I need it up." Right. So what I'm saying is, yo, bro, niggas be sending that man shit, bro, from that field, bro.
Yeah, because they
I
wanted
heard
clout
about
off.
that
Nah,
happening
nah,
too.
because they wanted clout off that shit in the streets of
Hey, but hold on, we
Chicago.
can't,
They
but we,
wanted
but we
clout.
can't press
Well,
somebody we
it's not.
don't know though. If the
Well,
nigga
it's not
doing the shit
about,
on
but
the
but
down
it's
low and
not
on the
about the
back end, we
clout.
can't
Wack
press
is,
that nigga.
but it's not about the clout.
Man,
Wack is saying he's only privy to that information because we gave him that
We
exactly.
information.
gave
It's
it
not
to
that
him.
he went
But
over
Rick,
there
but
fishing
Still,
for
but
still
shit.
doing
but
it
Rick,
today.
but Rick, bro. If we know who gave the nigga the information, bro, it's
That's
not like
your
the nigga
job to figure
accidentally
it
getting
out.
the shit and then saying,
Yeah,
"Oh,
That's your job to figure it out. Do a phone check. I don't know. Call everybody on
yeah,
the block. Don't tell them
We
nothing.
can't
Draw
get
down,
mad. Yeah,
strip their ass down, and go on their phones. But don't blame him. Shit, blame
yeah,
the
Bumpy,
sender.
Bumpy, we can't get mad because he got the information. See, a lot of people are probably under the impression that he was looking for information, fishing on the internet,
Nah,
watching
that
things
nigga
and
ain't
building
got no
something.
fucking camera crews running around. They send that nigga shit.
oh man, well
That make a
them
lot of
niggas is
sense.
weird, bro. Man, that's weird, bro. Niggas is weird."
What? But that's the truth, though.
No, but
But
no,
that's
I'm
the truth.
agreeing
We
with you,
can't.
bro. No, I'm saying like
Yeah.
niggas is weird. If niggas is gonna go and get a nigga the information, and like what y'all saying is right. You feel me? But it's
He
like,
wasn't in the field.
So
Street
what that means
videos, all
is
these
a lot
things.
of us.
Stop by
That
Mano.
means a lot of us have had some ill-gotten feelings towards him, and we shouldn't have. Meaning he was shit. Like I always compare it to Don Lemon. The only difference between him and Don Lemon wears a suit and he works for CNN, but he's reporting and talking about shit just as much. But in regards to this situation, academics was getting information straight
Hey
from the
Rick, hey
streets and
Rick, hey
shit.
Rick. Here go. Listen, look,
Yep,
I can speak on it because I'm in the fire. Streets hot as a motherfucker. Niggas is mad. Wack talked to High Sign. High Sign records some shit. I don't know it. He leaked the shit, right?
yep,
Algorithm is going crazy. Wack100 with all this shit, Nipsey shit, all this shit, right? Act go live with High Sign. Wack don't get mad. I could have said, "Hey man, you see what's going on? Why you keeping this shit going on? We already did the motherfucking podcast on your platform, and now you got this motherfucker on your live. Like, what's up with you?" All I did was hit Act and said, "Send me the link." It is what it is. If you can't stand the smoke, get the fuck out the kitchen.
Hey,
That's
by
what
the way,
this shit is.
Wack, you brought up, um, like people don't understand like how even the war in Chiraq started, right? Because if you let other people contextualize, they're gonna be like, "Yo, this is some evil." Like I didn't want to cover Chicago. I like drill music. I didn't want to cover it. I wanted to cover Kanye and them people. You get me? What happened is I covered Chief Keef, and Chief Keef was dissing people. Then I had 5,000 motherfuckers saying, "Yo, he's dissing Lil J and them, right?" Lil J responded, "You got to cover that too if you're gonna be fair." And I kept seeing that all the time when I was covering Chief Keef, because Chief Keef is a mainstream musician. I covered mainstream music, and then I said, "Well, nobody really knows who Lil J is." They're like, "Yo, you being biased." So that's what I'm saying. You damned if you do, damned if you don't. You get what I mean? I had a conversation with FBG Duck's mom, and she was getting on me in terms of, you better post certain shit, nigga, because you were posting when Dirk and them were dissing my son. Yes, there were people being hurt while you posting all these things that maybe people are ignorant to. People are being hurt to. So it's one of those things where you then get dragged into something, right? Where people are saying, well, you're picking a side if you don't post both. Now I'm looking at it from a media perspective. Well, this other person necessarily isn't of the caliber or at that level of an artist I would cover. But then people are looking at you like, okay, you're biased because you're basically promoting this guy saying this about this. You get me? Then you start posting the other side. Like, for example, even with the Wack100 thing, right? So I'm just talking about the situation. Everybody, there was back and forth. I purposely didn't want to speak on it. I said, let Wack100 do their thing. And then, I finally got on stream, which is about like 5 days later. And I start speaking on it. Hassan is in the fucking chat. And he's like, nah, because he's like, let me say my piece. And I'm like, it's kind of weird that he's in the chat and I'm talking about him. Fine, let me bring him up. I bring him up. I didn't even know that Wack's around. Wack now was, and by the way, I wasn't even gonna bring Wack on there, but then Wack is hitting me like, yo, Act, you got him saying all type of shit now about me. You got to bring me in. So, unfortunately, like, if you cover like conflict and you're trying to be impartial, you end up looking like an instigator. You get me? So when people start seeing me post, okay, I'm not, like, for example, some people might not know some of like Dirk's biggest songs. They're straight diss songs. They're diss songs to people who died. There's diss songs to, like, but to the mainstream audience, they don't know. So now, say I'm trying to be impartial because I'm not trying to quote unquote pick a side, right? If I post both sides, I'm instigating. If I post one side, I pick a side. You can't really win. Again, this is still not to absolve the part from quote unquote the war in Chiraq, where the nicknames, and I did that in satire, and that's a particular form of, some may say comedy or whatever the case is, but that wasn't the best choice, and I've always said that, but there wasn't, as much as people think, it really wasn't an intention to instigate. If that happened, it's the nature. It's just like right now, right? Cool. 6ix9ine going back and forth with 42 Doug. It's one of those things where, like, if I post one side, right? Like, if I post, yo, okay, 42 Doug said that. He didn't even mention 6ix9ine's name. 6ix9ine's gonna be like, damn, yo, you biased as shit, just like the majority of the media, because I know he's talking about me. A lot of people know he's talking about me. Now you got to post what I want to say to him. Then I post what he says. Then 42 Doug responds. It's just a job of media. Like, we're trying to be a conduit for the most part. You know what I mean? At times, does media like kind of get out of hand in terms of um wielding that power of either narrative or information that it could look like you're you know just fanning the flames rather than reporting. Yeah, but you know what I mean, like, I think, as history's shown us, we, like, I try not to do what people, I believe it was the source when it came to Tupac and Biggie, like, people, like, for, I don't know if it was a source or it was somebody else, people, like, they framed it as, oh, there's an East Coast West Coast beef, which kind of fanned the flames of already tension. It would be different if they're like, okay, this happened and this happened, instead of putting a narrative around it, right? And maybe my version of that is the war in Chiraq, because even just titling it the war in Chiraq, it implies, it's a war. You know what I mean? And whether that's going on or not, it might go towards, you know, whatever. So, again, that's the part I've always said. If That's probably one of the only things, if I could, do again, I would do differently. I'd probably, just being what I do in media, I'd probably still go down the rabbit hole of Chicago, right? But it would probably be done very different. Now utilizing the skills I have, I I would say it would be done better It would be more for the people who want entertainment. It would be more entertaining, but it would also be more educational. It would also be more helpful. So
The way I cover Chicago, I definitely learned from like your past and know what not to do for sure.
Hey, so academics. So look, with everything that you just said, and I was just going against you. With everything that you just said, and me now understanding where you coming from, since I agree with you, does that make me a yes man, and does that make me have a lower IQ?
I was just finna say that. Thank you, Bumpy. This Newski.
no, no,
Yep.
no.
Cause I
Well, first of all, a lot of people always ask when they read.
Nah, he manipulated us.
No, no, when a lot of people listen to like the audio of me on Clubhouse, whatever, because they always say no matter what I come on here for, they always talk about Chicago. So a lot of people be like, yo, why do I do it? I come on here to really be challenged. You know what I mean? I don't think you're like as a public figure and somebody who has a platform, you know, if you could just put out information and content and hide and not ever, answer to the people, I don't think your intentions most likely is pure. So I'm glad you challenged me. You know what I mean? Whether you might even at the core, your core, you might be like, man, I just feel like you should just not cover Chicago, period, just because you're not from there. That might be your opinion. So we could agree to disagree on that, right? But like, I like the fact that you challenged me. You know what I mean? Shit. Again, my opinions on what I was talking about in most of these stages with Wack is that I like that degree of challenge for him. You know what I mean? Like again, a lot of things where and I only usually see those challenges come from like a hostile room where like clearly people don't like him or whatever the case is. So
For sure, for sure. I just wanted, just wanted to bring that back around, bro,
yeah,
because
I don't.
a
I
nigga,
think
a
he.
nigga IQ
I
ain't
think
low. You
academics
feel
could
me?
be a good PR. Hey, Bumpy, he didn't even answer your question, bro. I mean, for Wack's sake, would you ask him the question one more time, bro?
Real shit.
My question was, bro, now with me agreeing with you and understanding where you coming from, I disagree with you at first. I heard what Wax said, I heard what Week said, and then you went on a nice little tangent and explained all of it. Now, would I be, just because I agree with you, would I now be a yes man, and would I have a lower IQ?
so by the way,
Oh,
maybe I pull a Wack 100 on y'all and just kind of avoid. But anyway, no. So here's the thing.
That was a good one,
I'm
Bumpy.
glad you asked that, right?
Niggas a
And
PR,
and
man.
to answer that question fully, right? I don't even. Number one, I do believe there's a lot of low IQ motherfuckers on Clubhouse. I think you guys are personalizing it to y'all.
But you,
Most
but
of the
you,
But
but
you
what
people
you,
who
but,
I
gotta
but
see
usually
go
it
ahead,
hold on,
go
though.
ahead,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
Let him answer. Let him answer.
the most of the
True.
people who I'm usually referring to when I'm saying the low IQ motherfuckers is usually the people who are arguing with them and then basically just like submit. Y'all, for
That's
the
what I
most part, I
said,
don't even see y'all. All right, hold on. So
bro.
you
This
can't you
nigga's a
can't be the guy who
publicist.
argues and be a cheerleader. You know what I mean? Most of y'all, I feel like y'all don't argue enough. So I necessarily wasn't talking to y'all, but I think I was talking about on the platform. Period. I feel like some of the dumbest motherfuckers on here. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't
So you gotta
necessarily
say
say it
that
was
though.
y'all. I didn't say it was y'all. You feel me? A lot of times I see, I don't know, I can't pinpoint whose room or whatever the case is. I've always said when it comes to like home base for Wack, I want his people. I want Reek to challenge him more, right? I didn't say Reek is dumb. I want him to challenge him more, right? A lot of times I'm talking about the arguments. Y'all already said, well, I already think that he's not arguing with y'all much. He's arguing with, as Joe said, other rooms. A
Bro,
lot of
you're
times
pulling, bro,
I
you're
see
bro,
him.
you're pulling, bro, you're pulling the tactic right now, bro. You're deflecting, you're going off course, bro. I'm asking
Facts.
you, am I now a yes man to academics, and am I now have a lower IQ because I agree with what you're saying? That's a simple yes or
Okay.
That's
no
a
question,
yes
All
or
bro.
right.
no.
All right.
That's
Hold on.
yes
All
or
right. All
no.
right. Perfect. I'll answer. I can't tell if you have a high IQ or not off of two sentences. So
Oh,
basically, it's inconclusive, my nigga. Like I don't know if you
this
smart or not,
guy, this guy's
bro. You
good.
answered two questions, my nigga. If we
Oh
sat here and
man,
talked for a good while,
I said earlier.
nigga, what you
Hey,
want me
this
to tell you?
nigga
Like you a
wild,
scholar off
y'all.
like two
Bro,
questions?
I'm
This
not, bro.
nigga
I'm not,
act
bro. I'm not
crazy.
asking you to tell me I'm a scholar or nothing, bro. I'm asking you. I'm asking you, academics. Me as Bumpy. bro, since I disagreed with you, you came with a proper conclusion, and it was explained to me perfectly where I now agree with your logic. Does that make me a yes man? Let's
If
start
you were a
right there.
yes man, you
Does
wouldn't
that make
disagree in
me
the
a
first
yes man?
place.
But I didn't understand the full concept of what was going on.
But but
I
but
didn't
but
know
the
people
the
was bring.
very
Hold on,
nature
I
of
didn't
being a
know
yes
people
man
was
is not
bringing
disagree.
information to you.
So,
So
so,
if
so
I
Hey,
didn't
you
know
just
that,
controversial,
He's trying
dog.
to answer
For
without
real.
answering.
He
you feel
Bumpy,
me?
controversial,
li-
I
bro.
know
Bumpy,
what he's doing.
Bumpy,
Bro,
Bumpy,
this
this
literally the same.
godmama, listen to him. Listen to what he just said, baby. This godmama, listen to what the last words he just said. Say it again,
I
academics.
said if he was a yes man, we wouldn't disagree to begin with. So
Thank
like
you.
like I mean the answers is there unless you just want me to just say no, you're not a yes man. Okay, no, you're not a yes man. I'll make it simple.
Yeah, bro. That's all. That's all I wanted, bro. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't yes man me, bro. My IQ ain't low, bro. Just because I agree with you. That's all we saying. Because when you said what you said all the Clubhouse, and if y'all recording this, I just think all of y'all got an IQ of 30 and Wack got 300. That's what you said, bro.
Facts.
So
You
when
you
Wack is
didn't you
giving
didn't
us
put it on
information,
you didn't put it on until I promise you until like 2 minutes later down the line. That's when you started specifying who you were talking about. But the first general statement that you made when you said I don't care that y'all recording this, if y'all recording it, it is what it is, bro. You said all y'all got IQs at 30, bro. So I wasn't letting that ride, bro. And I had something to say. So you feel me? You feel me? I appreciate you coming up here and chopping it up with us. You feel me?
Facts. I
Fair enough,
appreciate you
fact.
sliding. And my
Yo,
point
listen.
was that just because we be agreeing with Wack about a lot of shit, that don't mean that we yes man. Wack make a
Not
lot
at
of valid
all.
points and he give a lot of game and gems on this motherfucker. So it a lot of the times everybody not he do come in here and we disagree with him with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But just because we agree with him when he explained himself
But
to
it's
a
on a
point to where
different
it makes
way.
sense,
and
that
then
don't
but
make us
look, he
yes
got to
man.
Nigga,
remember.
hey, Wack
Hey,
get
he
mad
got to
at us for
remember.
shooting people who disagree with him.
Hey, but y'all got to remember that what he just said. He said, I'm talking about the niggas that argue with Wack, right? So you got to think about it. If I'm standing with my brother, I'm standing with him right or wrong. I ain't going to if he wrong, nigga, he wrong. We finna go in and attack whatever we going to attack. And nigga, we going to deal with it on the back end behind the scenes. But as long as I'm standing with you, nigga, I'm rocking with you. So when he arguing with these weird ass niggas and we standing with him, that's all that is us having our brother back regardless of the situation. You feel me? That's all it is.
Yo,
Yeah,
act.
but he
But
go
he
back.
Yo,
don't
wait,
want
wait.
He
y'all to shoot
contradict and
people.
say all of
He
us
want to
too.
have the conversation. He don't want y'all to
Yeah,
shoot people. He
niggas been
want to
shooting.
challenge the conversation.
And
The
listen,
That
conversation.
too. That
I'ma
too. You're
say
right.
this. I'ma say this to everybody on the app. Me and Don Vito made peace. So motherfucker done shot him twice. And you can't shoot a motherfucker I just made peace with twice off my flow. And don't expect him to think it ain't me. That's how war get back going. So,
Oh, that's a
you know,
fact. That's
like
a fact.
motherfuckers say, creep say, like I'm in the back channel arguing who the fuck shooting Don, right?
So
And
I publicly would like to say this is Phoenix. I shot you the first time, Vito, because you were interrupting and I was trying to maintain order and respect on the stage for academics and whack
Well,
during your
just
stroke.
mute
So I
him.
do
Mute
well, here
him.
go the thing right
I
now. So here
did.
go the question. So who just gave Phoenix the bean?
I
I
honestly I
just
don't
beamed
know.
Phoenix. I just noticed. I just seen Phoenix didn't have a bean. I beamed her.
Yeah, you sit down there.
Oh
Oh
shit.
Lord.
So
Hey,
check this
Wack.
out.
Wack,
Nah,
Rika's
bro,
not in that chat.
Yeah, he
motherfuckers
not
outside.
in
Hey,
that
look,
chat.
since he
He's
gave
not.
Phoenix his bean, they traded beans. Y'all motherfuckers better learn how to work the room. But listen, hey,
Respectfully, we do
act.
manage the
Yeah.
room quite well.
Yo,
Thank you.
two car got something we want to tell you.
Yeah, man, we was been supposed to get up with you. You know the music done for show. So we on that time and clock in for show. We come on, man, let us know something. You already know what time we on. We ready to work. It's on the table, it's on the floor.
Ooh, I told Wax to send me the joint.
It's
Like you know,
already ready. We already got it cooked up. So I already know as soon as it get to you, it's up.
All right, it beats. If it ain't Friday, it beat Monday. The video is doing a re-edit. So I get it to you, then we go over from there.
all right, cool.
The love gang.
Hey, Wack,
Damn, how I get shot down?
I don't know why you.
Ha!
Who just brought Reek back up?
Yeah,
Whoever.
slow.
I'm at work, man. I'm listening.
Hold on, who just brought
Academics,
Reek
Right.
back up?
welcome to
It's a code of
Clubhouse.
silence. We ain't
I'm
talking.
just saying, I don't know why I would get shot down.
Nah,
Nobody know
TMZ
who
a
brought
mod.
Reek back up?
I'm
Wack, you
saying
know who
she
I
usually
brought
a
him
mod.
back
I don't know
up.
how they.
Who brought him back
Phoenix.
You
up?
know I did it. Shoot me.
Oh, Phoenix brought him back up.
I know. I'm
Hold on,
belligerent.
why we shooting the mods though?
I don't know because why the fuck is the mods shooting motherfuckers I'm bringing up?
I
Shit,
explained that to you
I didn't
why.
shoot him.
I
She
explained
already
to you
said she
why I
did it.
shot him. I don't
Yeah,
know who
so I
shot him the
shot
second
her
time.
and you gave her a motherfucking bean. Fuck wrong with you?
I didn't know you shot her.
You saw she got shot, right?
No, I didn't see she got
Well,
shot. I
let me
seen she
check
didn't
the
have a
back
bean.
channel. I ain't see nobody ask who shot Phoenix. And I said back here, who shot Phoenix?
Oh
Who
yeah, see, I'm
shot
not
me?
in
I
the
said
back channel.
always shoot back. Yo, look,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
Wait,
Wack,
what?
Listen,
Reek is not in that
Reek's not
chat.
on the chat. He's not in that
I
chat.
don't give a fuck about none of that. You niggas you better off leaving it there and asking, bro. Cause I take it like a nigga undermined me, homie. And I'm finna get serious about that shit. Cause I can shut the beans down and just be the only nigga up there. Don't shoot a motherfucker I bring up. Actually, Bronx Baby, Don Vito, Phoenix, people like that. I don't give a fuck what they do. Don't shoot them unless I say shoot them. That's it. If you don't like it, get your bitch ass off the floor. Y'all playing these little personal ass games. There's niggas in this room, they called me out my fucking name, said all kind of shit, battle with me, and they on the floor. This shit ain't personal, it's business. You can't handle it? Roll it up.
Shit, I ain't shot
Now,
nobody yet,
now
but
I
yeah.
spoke my piece. Don't shoot, nigga. Bet not ever shoot. I don't give a fuck what they doing. Don't shoot them. They can't get shot unless Wax shoot them. That's where I'm at with it.
Ow.
Copy that. Copy that. I ain't
Oh
shooting
shit.
Ow.
nobody.
Oh,
Copy
there,
that.
look, I felt Wack all the way
Hit the
from over
bed.
here,
Damn.
bro. I felt his
Nah, cause they
breath.
playing. Phoenix gonna shoot a motherfucker. Phoenix cap it. She got an issue with Don Vito. She got a motherfucking issue, some bullshit. It probably ain't got a fucking thing to do with us. Gonna say, well, he was interrupting. Well, then you should have been shot. You should have shot 10 niggas then, right? Am I right, Reek?
Yeah, it was a lot of people that was interrupting. So yeah, if you're gonna shoot people, yeah,
All that
you should have
old,
shot more
all that
people.
feminine ass, weird ass shit don't work with me. Straight up. Stop playing. Stop playing. You shot that man because you got some personal shit with that man. Am I right?
Yo.
Is the birdie on his? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. He's serious.
The rules
Yeah.
of engagement just got real.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, somebody shot Don.
Why you gotta say
They
something
shot him
else?
again?
God, you mess.
Hey,
Nah,
Ad,
Vito is on the stage.
He just hit me in
somebody
the
in the
back
chat
channel and
said,
said that.
when was the last time you got your balls licked?
Oh
What?
wow.
Get that.
Yo, I'm over here trying to figure out how to work this app. Yo, I just found out there's like little
Yo,
messages.
Vito. I think Vito has some questions for Act.
Go ahead.
Nah, bro. First, I just want to appreciate you, man. You know, with great power comes great responsibilities. With the beam, man, you did your thing. But I just wanted to ask, what DJ Academics in regards to manipulation with the Chiraq thing. By reporting a certain, individuals, did you not think you manipulated other parties into retaliation? Because when you report, the ghost of Chiraq or this, that, and the third, their ops are gonna see you do that and think, oh, Ak is, doing this to kind of make us look weak or whatever the case may be, and then in turn they're gonna retaliate. So your manipulation tactics, in fact, was what made them retaliate. Would you not say that?
Brother, if you think they're killing over YouTube slideshow videos
Nah,
rather
they ain't doing nothing.
rather,
It just adds more fuel
It
to the
adds more
fire
fuel, and that's a
because it gets more
manipulation
people
tactic.
talking about it, more
Exactly.
people commenting about it, egos kick in, peer pressure kicks
most
in,
of
and
them
there
Mm-hmm.
it go.
in Chicago is revenge killing. I don't think somebody who wouldn't kill for revenge is then saying, "Oh shit, I made a video. Now let me go do some shit." Like I
No,
get
but
you.
you're
You're still trying to.
glorifying act. You're glorifying what a set of individuals did to other individuals, and then the other
Yeah,
individuals are gonna
yeah, but
say, you know what,
that's not that buzzword
actings were
you use in
pussies, and now
manipulation.
we gotta retaliate. That's a manipulation tactic you used.
Nah, you see,
I don't think it's
if you said
glorified. I would say he's
instigate,
agitating.
if you say
Advocating, that's the
instigate,
word.
okay, but
Instigating, agitating. He ain't
That's what I'm
yeah,
glorified.
yeah.
saying.
If you say instigate or you use one of those other words, your argument would make more sense. But manipulate is basically getting people to do something that they probably wouldn't have done
That's exactly
without
what
me.
you've done.
Oh,
If you believe
he
that's
got
what
a
happened in
point.
That's
Chicago, if you
exactly what
believe
you've
that's what
done.
happened in Chicago, where do you live at?
I live in Dallas.
If you think that they were only killing Chicago because of my videos, brother, you got to go outside.
I never said
No,
that though.
But that's what manipulation would mean there.
No.
They're doing it because my videos are giving them the reason to do it. I'm telling you that the reason why they're killing each other is because of their own personal vendettas and beefs and
Do you
revenge killing.
believe without your videos advocating for that the crime it would have not been the same?
Say again?
You
oh no, they was gonna put their work in regardless.
100%.
The
Regardless.
only difference is they might not would have wanted to report that they
mm,
put their work in to get the other niggas to put work in even more faster.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because they were like, all right, you did that. All right, we did this and did that, did this, that. And then there it went. You know what I mean? So, I remember one Memorial Day, it was like 75 motherfuckers got shot over the weekend. That's just what that is out there. I don't know if the police department be like fucking shutting down for 4 or 5 hours a day. That shit crazy. Cause if 75 niggas get shot in LA County, niggas checkpoints, freeways, all that, nigga. Niggas is
They
going in the
shutting
house.
down the city. Hell
They
yeah, they
shutting it
shutting the
down.
shit down.
Bring up DJ Head.
And everybody forget that
Yeah,
a lot of dudes made
speaking of
millions.
which, like like this shit still happening. I mean, this last weekend, 40 people got shot in Chicago. You know what I mean? Listen, whether I'm focusing on it or not. I definitely shun a light on it, which again we could have a conversation of. Number one, did that particular light need to be shunned, and also the way it was done. But like trying to figure out why why 40 people are getting shot in an average weekend in April. You're not gonna figure out the answer by thinking about a YouTube video. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like you gotta figure out what the fuck is going on in there. Why so many people are either beefing or getting to those violent means with it. The answer won't lie in the YouTube video. Trust me.
When you cover Chicago, is it generally for like prevention and awareness, or just pure entertainment? Because when I watched it, it was just keeping me up to date on what the fuck was going on in regards to the gangs, and it gave me more knowledge on who's beefing with who. But what was your intentions when you hear about 40 shootings and you decide to cover it? Do you hope to get any good out of it, or do you hope just to get the numbers out of it?
No. Well, so I told you why I started, right? So it was just covering music. But by the time, and I did a bunch of stories on like, yo, damn, 90 people got shot in the weekend. It was more of shock and awe. I really like most of them shit. I just couldn't even believe that this was happening in America. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It's out of pure shock. You know what I mean? So if anything, it was just kind of calling attention to the situation. I'm like, what the hell? Like it's July 4th weekend and 80 people are shot. What the hell's going on? Like this is a major city in America. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to look at other than the Chicago Sun Times and the Tribune, in Chicago, like nobody else cared about it. Like that shit never made CNN. I used to go on CNN and be like, yo, this got to make like shit like two people dying, like two fucking soldiers dying in Iraq or something. They're having a whole fucking thing on CNN, but 80 people just got shot. Like 50 of them died. Like nobody cares. I couldn't find one thing where it seemed that anybody cared about the violence that was going on in that's in a major U.S. city. And I think shit, that just kind of alerted me that violence when it comes to certain particular areas that maybe not heavy in commerce or it goes on with black and brown people, like niggas, well, not niggas, just the general world don't care about it. You know what I mean?
I tell you what though, Act, listen, bro. It's 12, it's 3 o'clock on your side, man. You pulled up, you been at what is close to 3.5 hours. Look, man, you my brother. I'm glad you pulled up. I appreciate you. You know, I haven't denied you. You damn sure ain't denied me, man. And I'm definitely a student to you in some ways, and hopefully I can always be a advisor to you and others. So, man, I appreciate you, Act. The 100 show appreciate you. You always got a platform on Clubhouse if you ever need it for whatever you need it for. And I'm here for you, bro. And I think all of us appreciate you. But shit, I'm gonna let you go ahead on and check out so the room could go ahead on and recap, man. I don't want to keep holding you, man. It's all love.
Man,
Yeah,
appreciate you, Act.
but before I go, I definitely want to say, Wack, when you invite me back to the podcast, I want to come back to that studio. You know what I mean? And for everybody in here,
Yeah, go back and fix that fucking Mount Rushmore. That stupid shit y'all niggas did.
You
yo,
gotta
Joe, you
get your
gotta put,
balls licked first.
Oh
yo,
shit.
hold on, yo, y'all talking about me? Why hasn't Joe and Wack done some
Hey,
content?
Joe feels some
I
type of
was
way
supposed to
about
no,
not being on
listen,
that Mount
Act, watch
Rushmore.
this. Act. I was supposed to go on actually when I got to New York that Friday. Remember 6ix9ine kept flossing us talking about he coming in, right? And we all waiting. So I was gonna go to do Joe shit at 3, 4 o'clock. Little dude talking about he gonna land at 5, 6 o'clock. And I know once I get over there with Joe, I can't have nothing on the schedule because he ain't gonna let me leave. And if I leave, he gonna fucking crucify me. So remember, we didn't figure out the nigga doesn't go get in till midnight. So by that time the day was over. The next day we did your thing, and then Joe came this way
You,
and we missed each other.
Wack,
So
you gotta do his
that's definitely
podcast.
first on the agenda.
You gotta do his podcast.
Nah, bro, I gotta go do Joe.
I did
Going to
the other
do
day.
Joe is like me, bro. I have to go because I know I'm stepping into a realm, right, that I haven't been, and I can't even prepare for it. I try to prepare for it. I just got to go in there and get in the hot seat, man, and just ride that shit out. I'm fucking
Hey,
with Joe Budden on the podcast, so it's what it is. I ain't trying to win. I'm just trying to go 12 rounds without getting knocked out. Just keep it a gangster.
hey, it was a hell of a ride when I was there. Like, first of all, you got two dope co-hosts, Ice and Ish. They're always gonna shoot at you. You get me? And
Yeah.
then they're gonna shoot at Joe, cause it's like, so some. I like the fact they call him on his shit, but I want to see. I liked when you did Gillian Wallow. I like seeing you because I know you're a great talker and a great communicator. I like to see not only you interact with me but other people. So, you know.
Yo,
Yo, yo,
yo, this head.
what up,
Uh,
DJ Head? What up, nephew?
yo, so when you do that, when y'all do that, make sure I want to pull up. Make sure I'm there.
My
Definitely
nigga
was.
Head. What up,
Who's
Head?
that? Who's that? Oh,
That's
that's Joe. What up,
Joe
Joe?
Budden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying
Joe,
to
what
pull
up,
up.
fool?
Same shit, man.
Hey, why you got academics on here? I just wanted to introduce myself because I remember when they sent me the thing when you had Van on your show and he was telling you it was some niggas looking out for you when you was out here, and I called Wack. I was one of them niggas. So I just wanted to introduce myself because you fuck with him, you know.
Salute.
Hey, Wack, we got another one. Guess what just came in?
Whatever.
My son disgusted with Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell for beefing. These guys are clowns. Did niggas not run him off the app, my son?
Yeah,
I
my
can't believe
son
he
be
even
all
speaking.
right. My son, yo, go get that cab driver back that $84 you took for him when you went to prison, man. Relax, my nigga. He be
Yo,
all right.
would you have my son on your podcast?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Cause you know my son say he want to get out. I don't, shit. That's his problem. I don't know why the nigga get mad. He
Is
get
that the
mad.
dude you
Look,
told me? Hold on.
listen. But listen, he'll say something about you, right? And then I say something back. He has a temper tantrum. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the police ain't killed nobody lately, which I ain't heard about it. And so he ain't got no signs to hold or none of that shit because he really can't create no content. That ain't what he do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel sorry for the brother. He raps, but he can't rap, but he does rap. Then he charges it to schools to talk. And then next thing you know, when he gets bored, say something about whack, whatever. But then if I say something back, I'm wrong. And you know it, Act. You didn't seen it. So you seen it just started. And I got like 4 things that I didn't
I'm gonna be
accumulate
honest.
it on my sign. So now I'm finna flame his ass up.
Not ever since I think you had mentioned he was going through a hard time in his life. I just want to pray for the brother, my son. That's it.
Nah, ain't no more prayers. He
Yo,
must be done mourning, my brother, because he fucking around. He back outside. That's it. You always hit the block don't stop, especially when it's hot.
wow.
The
You know what I'm
crazy
saying?
part
Bars.
about my son, he really wanted to rap. He had a room where he was saying I'm about to do some new music with the young Brooklyn drill crowd, and they was asking him if he'd be willing to wear, like the slim jeans and do all that stuff, and he was like, yeah. And I remember telling my son, like, my son, bro, you don't have to alter your style or dummy down to what you think is popping to put out whatever you want to put out. There's a market and field for everybody. But he was willing to go as low as to go link up with some young Brooklyn cats and do some drill music just to get out there. And Wack been calling, he been saying like, bro, he want a rap deal. He wants to be a rapper. Like all this other shit is,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, ups, but that's what he desires to do.
This could have all been
he
Act,
just
what my
dropped a
preventative right
son
song
here,
with
should
man.
do,
Chingy.
what my son should do, and you know this, he got a bag, Act, and you know he got a bag. The nigga got a bag. All he gotta do is go audition for the new revised Joe Camel mascot for the Camel cigarettes, my nigga. Right? And he gonna get that all day, bro. He'll be the new face of that shit.
Nah, he got a new song with Chingy right now.
What who?
Chingy.
Man, this
Where
nigga
He
he?
tripping.
said
Y'all
Chingy.
cut that shit out, man.
Wait. I love it
That is
when y'all
crazy.
just do it right there.
Not Mr. Right There.
Not the right there remix.
But listen, wait. But
That's
listen, you
my
know what he
sign
doing,
right
right?
there.
Ain't nobody checking for him, so he jumping on the bandwagon for the motherfuckers that they checking for. That's all he doing.
I sent it to your phone, Wack.
That's all he
Yeah,
doing.
Mr.
yeah.
Mr. One Call Away.
So
Ow.
what I'm gonna do is pay the nigga no attention. I'll respond to the nigga in about 2 months for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no,
Man,
salute to academics and Joe Budden for pulling
how
up.
many
That was
people
dope.
came through this room, bro? Up top.
Oh man, in a total.
9,300?
Damn near 8,000 probably.
Nah, we at
Nah,
Damn
more
near
than
9,300.
8,000.
10,000.
Almost
Damn near
10,000.
10,000.
Hey, the
Yeah.
chat. Hey, shout out to the Goo Gang, man. The chat passed 11,000. Yeah, that's what's up.
Good game.
Go with the UE.
G-U-E,
Hey,
nigga.
Yeah.
hey,
Hey,
hey.
yo.
Hey, shout out
Hey,
my
yo,
def for the
Joe.
top. They,
I think I
yo,
might be coming that way in another fucking week or so. So whoever come whichever way, then that's just what we do. But I think I need to
Y'all got to
come
do
your
it.
way because you got 2 more people on your show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta come your way. I gotta come. I gotta do the whole thing because I don't want to get in there and be having a good day, and then you be like, "Yeah, that was just because you was 1-on-1 with me. You didn't do the full show. Can't fuck
There
with
it
you like
is.
that." Yeah, I'm coming that
There it
way.
is.
However you like it, Mr.
Yo,
Wack,
you
we
see
gonna
how
get it
calm
done.
this nigga is? That's what
Yeah,
makes
real
me nervous.
comfortable.
My
Fucking
name is Joe, and I don't like no fucking body. Fuck all y'all.
I like everybody, man. We gonna have a great time. Act, get that fucking everyday struggle win percentage right when you tell a story, okay?
Hey, academic still here?
No,
yo, he might have
he might
left.
have broke
That
you.
nigga
Yeah, no,
said it
I'm
was
here. I'm
six.
here. I was
He
about
said
to
it was
call
Oh,
you.
65% his way on the wins. I'm like, nigga
hey,
act.
act. Hey,
And by the way,
academics. Hey, if you,
I think Joe. Listen, y'all think that speaks to my ego. I think Joe probably think it's 95% of his on his side.
Yo,
I don't know.
uh,
Joe, what you
uh,
think? What you think the number should be?
Oh shit.
honestly, I I never looked at our opinions as adversarial. Like it's still a waltz, it's still a dance that you have to do even in disagreement. But I felt more often than not we were working the same angle. Like
Nah,
after the first few months got out the way, we kind of agreed on a lot of shit. And when we didn't, it was Joe theatrics. It was Joe jumping over tables. It was so my view is different from Act.
one thing I say about
Nah, what
Joe is
Act would do when he
Joe
could
love
have
the
went in for
content.
the kill with you, he would lay back and not say nothing. He just would let you go.
Yeah,
Yo,
but the
one
thing
thing I say
about
about
that
Joe,
is, I'll disagree on purpose. Like
yeah,
that means nothing to me. Whatever we once the camera is on, then it's on. Like whatever will create the best piece of content, which is normally a good argument. Yeah. So I ain't keeping the win percentage, man. That show was a fucking smash because of whatever the opinions were,
Nah,
good,
for
bad, or
real.
By the
indifferent.
way, that's why Joe is great. I remember getting mad at first because we used to walk in that room, and when we walk out, I'm like, nigga, we talked before the show. You said you believe A, I believe B. You came through with C. What the fuck is that? But it needed to be done for the show to be good. So fuck it.
Don't worry, we all gonna get together. All us gonna get in the room one of these days. All the top black podcasters. Y'all be trying to act like Adam 22 is black, but all the black podcasters will get in the room one day.
He
Cause
albino.
Vlad come.
That nigga just light skinned.
Yeah, this nigga ass, man.
Hey,
Yo,
hey,
Yeah, yeah, tell him,
y'all gotta edit Joe Budden on that Mount podcast more.
He
Yo, they
shit
nah.
on
Honestly,
Rushmore.
you could tell I feel away, right? They should have
Nah,
just
you
put a
always bring it up
hologram
every
there,
time you
B.
come here. You always bring it up. Like you need to be
Cause
in
the
nah,
character.
you know
gall of
what?
these
Yeah, he
niggas,
right. Hey, he
the
right.
gall of these niggas.
Should have had
No,
that
he
nigga on the
right.
TV screen, whack.
He right. But Joe, listen, I told the nigga Reek not to do that shit. I had you in there. He like, fuck that shit, bro. That's my spot. I want to be in the middle.
Oh, it's Rick fault.
Yeah, Reek did that shit, man.
Never did that. I fuck with Joe
We gonna
Budden,
get it
man. Like I
right.
said,
Nigga, what
man.
kind of
We
co-host
gonna
is
get
you,
it
nigga? You supposed to ride the
Supposed to be
beat,
the
nigga.
right.
patsy, nigga.
Nigga from the do
Joe,
rags
what
and
kind
two
of
tone
niggas is
caps
nigga?
to turtlenecks and long coats. I fuck with Joe Budden, man.
My nigga,
Joe,
Way
man.
back
Let's go,
Joe,
when.
this
Reed.
nigga. Hey,
It's
Joe.
Darkwing
See, he
Duck.
Yo, DJ
disagreed.
Head, what kind
See,
of nigga is this nigga? He's supposed to ride the
And
beat.
that's
This
not
nigga,
me
The
manipulating
homie
Reed's
said
Disprove
that
that
decision
he
With
making
the
Joe
homie
rapping.
said
bringing
Friday.
Black Cloud Joe Budden to the Wack interview.
That nigga said the homie said right or wrong, you supposed to get in the car. That shit crazy.
yeah,
Prove he not a gay.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Right or wrong my ass. Getting
No,
in
I,
your
I
fucking
no
car.
no, I agree with you. Whack know what I'm on. He know me.
See,
Interview
this
Joe
is how
Budden
I
because you
go.
want him
If
down.
He
DJ Head said, yeah, Wack did it, I'm just gonna ride it. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, I did that
That
shit,
nigga
man.
was the first one to tell.
Don't take that right or wrong shit out of context. You know what I meant when I said that.
no, he know exactly what he know what he's saying. 'Cause we done had the conversations before. He know
And you
he'll
told.
Hey,
ask
You
me.
yo,
be the
As
first one
I
hey,
to
don't
yo,
agree.
tell.
I don't agree
hey,
with him
yo,
just to
academics.
agree with
You
him.
be
I'll
the
tell him
Hey,
first
something
one to
too.
tell. You just brought up
What
his
up?
name that fast. The first one to
hey, this
tell.
nigga right here, he hate our guy, right? He hates you, right? So I bring him into the studio and press play on some music, right? The nigga DJ Head said, I hate the fact that I like that shit.
Oh, for real? Oh man.
It was a song, bro. This nigga had 6ix9ine on FaceTime, and he gonna flip the camera and say, "This my young nigga. This my little homie DJ Head. He the nigga in L.A. He don't fuck with you." That's what he said to the nigga.
You don't fuck with him, is what you said.
I
Yo,
don't fuck, but that's
you said
I
you don't
understand.
fuck with him.
I know that.
that nigga
I
whack.
don't fuck with a lot of people though.
You know we know that. You the most hate ass radio personality in LA, nigga.
West
That's why
Coast.
we call you to listen to
And
the
the
music.
first one to tell.
What is you keep talking about? Like,
I don't
what
know
the
what
fuck
you
is
talking about. Who is that?
Hey, you better start getting that head like that.
she talking about? Like, fucking with the vibe in the room.
What?
Brother alone.
Fuck is going on right now?
I don't know what's going on. I don't owe nobody no child support or no shit like that. So.
Not a baby.
Oh, you ain't got no babies?
Hey, yo, Head,
Hell
what's the
no.
show you on? You on a show? What is that shit I've been seeing you on?
TMZ Hip Hop. It's a new show.
TMZ Hip Hop. App,
It's on
you
Fox. It's on
familiar with that?
Fox.
Yeah, Van Lathan put me on. I actually talked to him yesterday. I interviewed him yesterday. He put me on. He told me that TMZ got a hip hop show.
Yeah, Head on it.
Oh, I'm glad.
Head,
I'm
who's
glad
other
I
people on
found
there?
out you was involved with that, Head. I
You said
sure
what
enough
happened,
was
Joe?
going. I'm glad I found out you was involved with that. I was going to kill that show next pod.
You can do what you gonna do. We
No,
talk about
I
y'all
love
shit
you.
too.
No, I ain't gonna do it now.
Or just shit,
Humbly.
just
He
plug
said
the
it
Not
shit then.
humbly.
you
If
for
you ain't gonna if you ain't
restraint.
gonna if you ain't gonna bash it, then plug it. I probably get better pub if you bashed it. But you know. Or, you know,
DJ Head in the
they don't give
building.
a fuck. What I respect about them though, it's kind of like it kind of remind me of like Interscope in the '90s, bro. Like they don't give a fuck how bad you talk about them, they gonna publish it. like like if you going in on them, it's like fuck it, let's run the story. Like that's how they get down up there. I fuck with it.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I'm definitely shutting up now.
Who else is on the show here?
Hey,
It's a couple. It's five of us on the show. It's like a hip hop roundtable, but it's really what it really is a TV show with hip hop on it. It's not like as in depth as like the Everyday Struggle shit was because that was on a streaming platform. This is network television, daytime TV. Like we on